All right, so we're going to start with a Gen 3 tier list. Rather than how will we cook them, the mostly base idea of bake, fry, and grill anything with has good taste to it. But this time, where restaurant would serve them, particular. So we shall begin with Generation 3. I think for lizard, we think probably small little pests are probably easy to find. So you're probably going to find them at the diners. They're considered pests, stuff like that. Something you can make like chicken legs, think frog legs, stuff like that. Do you know, this is frog legs more to fine dining. They definitely want to have this. Same with Grove Grove has more meat to it, but it's not small, it's not fancy, probably is not as rare, and they probably could defend themselves a lot harder. So, let's get the frog legs, gecko legs. Still sticking with fine dining just for that. Salad, septile, however, that that might be maybe something else. Well, because of size, we could probably stick to casual dining, but again, because it's a lizard and we're talking about fine dining, all Americans, 1950s. Chicken, yeah, no, they're all the same place. You're gonna find them most likely, well, fast food. You can expect like the combustion and stuff like that, but the big one, like combustion and torch, they're small. So yeah, you can expect them at fast food, Burger King, stuff like that. However, for cafe or again, expect to be a lot more tougher, a lot more meat. So I'm gonna expect more casual dining. Well, because it's a lot bigger, it's a lot meaner. Fast food is they're trying to make the products as fast as you can, and you have enough meat with combustion as is. So definitely Blaziken. No, it's definitely for a refined taste, but not too refined. That's a casual thing. All right, next up is Mudkip. Mudkip. It's like an Entoloxo or something like that. I'm not sure how that would taste. I'm guessing salty. Definitely not fast food now. I think I will say, ironically enough, due to its size and rarity, it is with starters, however, and they're rare. Chickens, but this is fish. Once again, I'm going to fine dining for because the starters, henceforth, they're rare. So they will most likely end up in some fancy, what only eat here restaurant. Uchiana, those are pets. I'm sorry, those are pets. Raccoons. I'm sorry, I'm going fancy restaurants again. I just do fancy restaurants, meaning whatever weird food I can get. Good point. Only because they're pets, because Zigzagoon is based off raccoons, so that's going to be pest right there. And you know exactly where these three are going to go. Once again, bugs, you think certain fancy restaurants which does this type of thing? No, no. Here's the thing. Roadside salad. Obviously not fast food, obviously not diners, definitely not a cafe, but I'm definitely thinking casual dining because all you eat breadsticks with that's result. Rotads, like fried rotads. Lombres, technically yes. I can see lombres as well as more larger taste to it. However, Rudy Cotto's staff, he's working at these restaurants, gonna bring you to where restaurants are waiting. C dots. I think cafes, if only because the leaves on it can add different flavor to teas and drinks and stuff like that. That's what I'm expecting, with coffee, the coffee, tea, and stuff like that. I love it enough for like a sea dot cake. It's like a peanut cake or peanut butter cake or almond cake or something like that, but with sea dots. So that is definitely probably a better excuse. You know, hmm. If this is regular, I would say diners would definitely take this one for strange meats, but it's not fancy enough for fine dining. Definitely, you want the casual, but casual dining. For diners, hey, here's some special type of meat, local, grown. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Wingo, I'll say the same thing, if only because it's strange, depending on the area and stuff like that. I should add pubs because it makes more sense for pubs, actually. As long as the drinks are good, apparently people are distracted long enough. Let me add a pub. Change the color. I'm gonna add this into a pub. Ruin this last minute. Gotta put it after diners. I want to make this pub because honestly, definitely see. Well, I can see definitely tail that being grown for there. I could definitely see pub being more open to the Wingle and Flipper lines, especially the wings. Mascots. But the pet was more of a staff. So yeah, you can gauge the emotions. Like Ralts Perla and Gardevoir can gauge emotions. They can gauge like that, customer service, stuff like that. At the very least, a mascot for Ralts. Bugs, once again, we are going for water. So I'm thinking more crawdons. So I'm gonna, if one of these, I'm thinking more like a hard shell, like shrimp. So I'm guessing putting in diners. Rumus. That is mushroom. So we definitely go more casual. It's more high class, but middle grounds. Like I don't call it high class, but definitely more than fast food I can offer. Slack off. Yeah, these two are the two fancy restaurants. I'm telling you, because I would say staff, but they're not qualified. Let's be honest, they're not qualified for staff. Slack off is too lazy. Slack King's lazy. Bigger off, he'll destroy everything. Once again, bugs will have to. Actually, no. These would be more like crawdons due to the size. At least Nakata would. Diners would have been going for the water base, while pubs, once again, I'm thinking pubs and diners could be opposite one another. Hmm. I would say, however, fine dining for Sheninja and Ninjax, if only because this is correct. We had to rare because you had to evolve one. So if you're gonna get Ninjax, you're gonna have to get Sheninja. It's probably more of a deal. Whimser. Hmm. Hmm. That is quite confusing. What will you get out of Whimser? Makes noise. It's all of that. Exploud on Rodrigo the staff because they can announce things. Whimper, it's like a pig. Hmm. So I'm thinking maybe pork rinds, stuff like that. So I'm going to put casual dining for pork rinds in along those lines. Makuhita, Maku Hariyam. Only because it looks like Makuhita was going to be Makuhita. It's going to be more like a giant sandbag dirt. Like I can't see anything else. Unless, no, it's fighting type. It was ground type. It would be potatoes. Azurill. I think in one of the deck's entries, it says the ball right there is supposed to be nutrients. Or am I thinking of cherry? Something else. Either way, if something this rare and exotic, fine dining was giving it rock. Eh, well, break the shells inside. I'm gonna put this as casual dining because think of it as lobster. Something like that. You break it open, and you eat the insides. These are pets. Hmm. Motwai will be the staff, the greeting staff, while Samalai. It is mostly made out of gems, however, and it eats gems. Hmm. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Only as a greeter as well, but more for high end class. Motwai is basically more like anything below casual dining is pretty much Motwai's territory. Step out and Sigma is for fine dining, if only because, well, it eats gems. It eats gems. You need a place fancy enough for that. Iron. This is another lobster situation where you crack these open. I could definitely see Lauron, Oregon, whatever. It'd be more of a bouncer. It's every day to guard stuff. While Huron, mixed soups, because Crustal open. Maybe a fast food. I think it'd be too hard. Once again, we're going to crack the lid off of crabs. Like I said, once again, lobsters were once considered the cockroaches of the sea before someone convinced we can eat these, right? I'm thinking that's still a line. I'm gonna make him or because Aaron is not more common than L'Oreal. I pronounce these wrong. Meditite, they are staff members. Electric. As much as I want to put it pets, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put in pets. I can't see myself eating any of these. However, Lynum and Plusum. Fried rodents. They're pretty big though. Yeah, I can definitely see those with fine dining. No, 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 but they're common. They wouldn't be fancy enough to fit their palates. And since they're no, I actually no, fast food because they're the Pikachu of this generation, so they're the mascots. So obviously they should be fast food. Once again, we're going bugs here. We're going fine dining. There's no other place for bugs. Rosalia. Making a nice salad. Nice salad you will find once again casual dining. Open and put it in the pub. Put it in the pub. Yeah, you mostly make the drink stronger with certain poisons and toxins just to make the drink stronger or something. That's the only thing I'm thinking of right now. Sharpedo. Wait, for diner. I'm putting this in diner. If only because diner by the sea or something. The different ones would do like my mom and pop's places where they had to do like fish. Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. Whaler, Whalor. This would be hmm. It's lighter than even though it's huge, it's lighter than what you expect. So that's a lot of fat though. Casual, I want to put it in fine dining, but there's way too many in there. And no, no, I don't know. The fact that fat maybe put people off of fine dining, so casual dining obviously could be put under fast food, but hmm. No, it's under casual dining because it's light, so it gives the people impression of oh, it's a diet menu type of deal. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Limo, camera up, Limo. Hmm, hmm. Fast food is one because while they are ox, they're based off what oxen and camels stuff like that. I can't see them as definitely the main reason of making burgers. Yeah, burgers. So definitely pork. Yeah, that's definitely for like seafood places. What about the last pig? Well, we did say pig or casual dining. Rump pig and I guess I gotta put it for the same reason for the pork reason aspect of it, especially rump pig. Spinda, small bear. Should I? I would say it's a pet, more of a mascot for the pub rather than eating it. Trapinch. Yeah, no, I could definitely see this if you rip that open, you cook it, and then you eat it with wrong your drinks of choice. By Brava. Flygon's a say because it sings. Like, dragon types, it's fancy, it's supposed to be. Ah, what drinks? I wouldn't consider it. No, no, no. The dragon types, though. So it would cost more naturally, especially during this gen where it doesn't have as many, in order to do that. Yeah, okay, then that makes sense. That makes sense. Acnea, hmm, plant-based. If only because the juices that can be made from this. That's what I'm thinking once again. Once again, we're going fast food for both of these. Small wings. No, 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 actually, no. Club is actually. Oh, because this is a dragon type. So while this is dragon type elevated, not enough to. Dragon types are so rare during this generation. Fine dining, from because of typing. Over, I'll tell you, Swablu, Swablu, Swablu. No, because they each have birds. That's the problem. No, because this dragon is going to be more expensive. Yeah, it's gonna be too expensive for diners and pubs because it's gonna involve the drag, and so expensive the prices will be higher. So fast food because they're the ones that afford it at it. When they cut the value, so you do when you lower your prices and do compete with bullets. Zangoose, the Viper, they're both fancy. They're both fancy, fancy place. I Noon a Sorok. Once again, I'm gonna put what did I put for yeah, nose pass? Only because it's supposed to be from space, supposed to be rarer. So I definitely could see them as being some type of entree, like the blooming onion, the blooming soul rock. Yeah, you crack it open, you fry it, and then you open. Oh, like oysters. No, 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 no. They're like oysters. This can stay here like a lobster because this one can be opened up like an oyster. So fried oysters. I definitely see this as a pub. I definitely see this as a pub, and same with this. I'm gonna put it as both. It's interchangeable for these two guys. Because I'm thinking fried oysters and you fried clams and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking of. Once again, I'm gonna say mudfish. I'm gonna put it as a pub thing. Once again, diners have their own fish right here, while everything else prefers fish and not made in mud, like digging themselves in mud probably. Core fish. That's fair. While the real lobsters are cockroaches of the sea, we're gonna have something that actually lobsters are fancy. It's fancy this. Ball toy. Fast food for small toy and only because the name and what's pretty much, let's be honest, pretty much. Should have been in dining? No. Ball toy because it's a toy-like shape, so I wouldn't be surprised there. Clay doll over clay doll, clay doll, clay doll. Casual dining? Perhaps because you sit down, it's huge. You can bring it like a stew, like you could rip off the head and the stew. They leap, and that's once again due to the fact that the revived fossils. I expect all four of these guys to be pretty expensive to get. Not too expensive. Now I'm thinking you could walk in, but you have to find a fossil first, and it's pretty rare. I mean, fish in this genre it's either sinks into the ground or castle either way. So yeah, no, I can definitely see this as you find any once again because the cost of it, how rare it is to find. This is definitely fine dining by default because of the price in order to find any of these guys. Now, cast forms. All the forms here are pretty much non-existent, let's be honest. Cast form itself is going to be pretty much air. It can be affect drinks though. Probably is placed into drinks to add certain spices and flavors. Think bubble tea, but instead of bubble tea, it's cast form, and depending on the um, flavor you put in here, like herbs or drinks or something like that, it changes form. So let's say you put top iced coffee, it becomes this guy. If you put latte or something, it's this one of these guys. And tea is like one of these guys, like a hot like that, stuff like that. You've seen it? Yeah, I could never see it. You basically make a one is tea, one is coffee, something like that. So that's definitely goes in cafe region. Technically on fancy. Sorry, a little fancy. Shop it in that only because the whole toy aspect of it. I won't say fast food because they want to keep image and brand and stuff like that. The skull and it definitely pubs. I'm sorry, it definitely goes into pubs. Staff? Actually, no. I could probably see the snore actually fighting back its stat as a staff. Probably. Ooh. Oof. Casual dining. Definitely not fine dining. They probably, even though it's fruits and stuff like that, but casual dining is just an excuse to have fruits. Chimeco. That's a pet. Basically, is hanging up front of the doorway. Chime, chime, and stuff like that. So that's definitely gonna be better there. Absol. Pet, maybe? Technically, yeah. Why not? Oh, thank you. What would I be? No, it'd be too expensive for diners. Fast food now. I'm gonna stick a casual dining fun because okay, this one would be easy. No, no run is only because of the ice, anything cold and frozen and stuff like that. Well, lately, goes to fancy because I'm thinking of restaurants, fancy restaurants that do like liquid nitrogen type of desserts. You drop them in there's liquid nitrogen. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of when I think of lately. Feel. Why am I thinking their meat is more expensive than necessary? Probably illegal in certain areas. So yeah, that's you probably order off menu. These guys definitely the fancy place, and you definitely have to be a regular. Example. Once again, thrown in pubs because of fried oysters. So, man, longtail and the other one. I have tried fried eel before, and as in we caught eel out in the wild and fried it up. Not that bad. Once again, I will say pub relicanth that is a lot rarer, if only because of rarity. So definitely think of giant. No, but it is like tuna. Maybe casual because it's more like tuna. Love this. It sucks and those shells. It, stats wise, it sucks. And a lot of times there's a bad Pokemon all around. It would be for hard scales. So isn't the taste would probably be bad. Even Feebas is only because while it doesn't taste good, it's pretty much rare. That's the only reason why I eat that. But now it's gonna be mascot. Dagon, all dragon types, they're all gonna be rare. So they all go under fine dining and breathing. Now the legends. Let's see. Apparently these guys are smart enough to go that, but Beldum's gonna be mascot because let's be honest, Pittsburgh's just It doesn't. It just use takedown. Well, this Metank and Metagross are pretty intelligent, so they say. Once again, I'm thinking of guards and like pubs and stuff like that, so they back around like guards. Matthews Mateos. I'm thinking, should they be? They're dragon types, which means automatically as you go here, it's a colorful code. No. This I am sticking with. Yeah, I'm sticking with. No. Yeah, fish more fish team restaurant. Well, way more. Round on bit too earthy, so another casual one. Rayquaza, another dragon type, expensive, so I'm gonna go with that. Jirachi, that's pet mascots. Hmm. Speed form will cook the fastest, and it would probably be what it now. It will cook the fastest, but they each have human hands at these forms, right? So they can actually work. All right, so that is generation three Pokemon. Where would they be served at? Fine dining, think your fancy restaurants, French. Casual dining, Olive Garden, Applebee's, stuff like that. Fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, diners, a little local diner, like in the middle of nowhere, type of deal. Pub, in a whole wall where you get drinks, but like people go out to work. Cafe, more for drinks, if anything. I just add that in Starbucks and all those lines. Pets, either as your pet, you keep a pet or mascots, especially for the second half. And staff, people you expect to work there. And that's it. Let me know what you will rank these people as, and Pokemon, where would they serve that, and will there be staff, and what recipes you would consider generated. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.